Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we are in New Mexico, or I should say, Buenos Dias. I don't know if they actually, I'm assuming they speak Spanish there as well, but anyhow. So we're in New Mexico here. This is part of the new DLC. I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but hey, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and see if we can't find something. We're in Tucumcari here, and I believe there are some presents we could deliver. I don't know if they're actually here, though. It appears there are no presents here to deliver. I don't know if there's any, actually. Maybe that's only an ETS thing. I don't know why they would make it only an ETS thing, but oh, that's kind of a weird one. Mobile barrier. Let's take a quick little look here, see if there's any presents. I don't think there are, unless one of the other ones I have disables it, which is entirely possible, but that's okay. Okay, no, that's good. We'll leave it for now. We'll check out some New Mexico stuff. So we want to try and stay in New Mexico. That's 400 kilometers to Tucumcari, to Socorro. That's how you say it. Or we can do, that's California, that's way too far. Roswell, New Mexico. Ooh, that could be interesting too. Let's do Roswell. With the doubles, that's perfect. Alright, so here's my truck once again. This is Peterbilt 389 by Viper. He recently updated it, so I had to update or buy a new truck. So I did a couple little small tweaks to it. Put the little Peterbilt sign there with the vents. I guess they're vents, and I put the rivets back on. Went for the aero kit on the back here, as you can see there. And what else did I do that was different than normal? I think that's it. I think. Anyways, let's get started here. This is the first time recording in the new place, so let me know if it sounds really hollow. So right now I'm using a 500 horsepower engine, I believe it is. 550 is a Cummins diesel. I want to say that's what it is. So this is just a yield here, so we can go and just go for it, looks like. Perfect. So this is the Cummins diesel engine in here. So I don't need to get too crazy. And I forget which button I made it for zooming in here. That's okay though. Alright, let's go up here. So far New Mexico has been pretty neat. There's lots of little Easter eggs I've been told, or at least I found out about through watching and listening to a lot of ETS updates, or say SES updates, because they weren't ETS specifically. Which button did I make it? I forget which button I did. I forget which button it was. Did you choose one button to zoom in on the map? It's not I, is it? No, that's that. We'll leave it in there for the time being. Which button did I make it? I forget. Ah well. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of interesting being in the new place recording. It sounds a bit echoey to me. Maybe if I close the door here, it'll sound a bit less echoey. But yeah, it's been pretty exciting. My internet situation is better than it was before, but still not perfect because my internet is slower than I am paying for. So I'm expecting to have some better service again soon. It's like I said, it's still better than what I was getting before at my dad's house, but it's not as good as it's supposed to be, at least. Let's say that way. So we'll see what happens here. All right, coming up on our turn. Looks like where the bus came out there. Yeah. Alright. Now one thing I noticed about this engine was the way it sounds is, or I say the engine brake, the way the engine brake sounds. Look at those cars, nice. Is a lot different than I was expecting, actually. I'll do it in a second here. But it sounds not as good as the other one I was driving. Alright. Over here, let's check this area out here. Looks pretty good. As you can see, I got a triaxle set up again, or a little tag lift there. I think it's L to do that, to lift and lower that. So I went with that just in case I decided to get a heavy load here. Oh well, let's put our indicator on here, slow it right down, just in case. It's so bizarre having my steering wheel again. Although I am enjoying it quite a bit. Did a little bit of racing last night too. I was like, oh, I got the steering wheel hooked up. Let's go ahead and do a bit of racing while we're at it. So I was in Dirt 4 a little bit last night, trying not to to screw it up too much. Ooh. I remember I chose the classic mirrors, and these ones right here, and they're way out there, which makes it really difficult to see. I just realized. At least in this particular way. That's gonna be interesting, actually. Alright, so we're going up and over the highway here, turning right, it looks like. Here's what the engine brake sounds like. Oh, it's not too bad, actually. Alright, making a right turn up here. Ooh, is that a combine on the road? No way. That's totally a combine on the road. What? Let me get a screenshot of that. What on earth? That is awesome. That must be an update to a pack or something, because that is super cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think that looks like I had John Deere on the side, so I'm assuming it's a mod that got updated. I just never noticed it before. Also, the steering wheel that I'm using is from the steering wheel pack, if you're wondering. It's funny, downshifting can never get it right. Like if I want to just kind of float gears, downshifting, I can never get that right. Upshifting, it's not a problem. Well, it still is apparently, but not as much of a problem. Alright, let's see where we're going here. What do we get? I don't even know what this place is. Is this a Walmart or something? This is such a random pickup area. Goodness gracious, look at this. Alright, so here is our drop-off area. Or I should pick-up area. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up our freight here. We're set for this one right here. Whoa, where did that say it was going? I didn't want to do that one. That is way, way further than I wanted to go. We're going to take this one instead, because I thought that this is the one I thought we were going to be taking, but apparently I wasn't paying attention. We'll take the reservoir tank instead, thanks. I don't want to do a big long haul through California, all the way to California. That's just nonsense. Alright, let me give me a second here. I was going to adjust my mirrors here. Alright, just got lined up here. Let's go ahead and hook up here. Let's put the park and brake on there. Get the reservoir tank attached. There we go. Good to go here now. Now, these mirrors they look awesome, but they're not very functional because without actually looking at them like this with the mouse, I can't actually see much out of them because they stick so far out. So what I'm going to do is, if we happen to go across the town, we'll deal with that there because they look awesome. But so like my problem is I'd have to make the I would have to make the angle such a huge angle that, or don't shift, there you go. I have to make the angle such a huge angle that just wouldn't work well, so there we go. Alright, so we're on the road now. So, how heavy is this thing? I don't think it's that heavy. 10 tons? Yeah, it's not that heavy at all. This is good. And, I don't know if this, I forgot this mod's called now. Root Advisor mod has been updated. Because I don't like it that high. I want it to be lower, but that's fine. I'll just deal with it for the time being. Alright, taking a left turn here. People seem to be... Oh, really? Come on. Really? Sometimes. Now, you don't have to take this turn super, super wide. Actually, when I was driving the moving truck, it was pretty interesting because I was like, all my training in American Truck Simulator is coming to a fruition here, where I have to like put it into practice, and I'm like, oh, I know how I drove in American Truck Simulator. So it was kind of funny actually. So also I visited a couple of the truck stops in New Mexico. They're pretty nice actually. And there appears to be quite a few trucks in this particular state, from what I can tell at least. All right, let's take a quick little coffee break here. I know it's Wednesday, but I'm drinking coffee. I've been on vacation for a few days here. Ooh, look at the blimp! Look at that! So many cool things going on here. All right, let's be a bit more aggressive in making this left turn here. This is how we're gonna have to do it here. Looks like we got a clear shot. Oh, not quite. Well, that's as clear as we're gonna get it, at least. There we go, perfect. Yeah, it was really bizarre driving the truck, because I honestly did think about American Truck Simulator while I was driving the truck, because I'm like, it's so much easier to drive this in real life. Meaning, like, the mirrors are like fantastic in trucks, because they really have to be, because without the mirrors you cannot see anything. Like, if there's a car behind you and it's right behind you and it's not far enough so they can see your mirrors, you're gonna run into trouble there. Alright, let's not speed too crazily here. We have to go right through town. Which probably says don't use your engine brakes in town. Oh, looks like that's a red light up here. But it was quite interesting driving a big truck in real life. It was we originally rented a 20-foot U-Haul truck, but we ended up getting a 26-foot U-Haul truck, which is significantly larger than I was expecting to drive. It was fine in the end. We had so much extra room in that truck. It was such an interesting drive. Yes, I know. Alright. You really gotta shift fast in these things. I guess I take my time too much. There we go. I mean, with floating gears at least. Yeah, so it was quite interesting to drive. It was quite interesting to drive that truck, inverse to like a 20-foot one. But you know, we had lots of extra space. Everything got in the truck really easily. Probably could have fit my car in there too. Anyways, but yeah, it was good fun. These mirrors right here are really, really good. And for those who are wondering, yes, my truck is a little pink. Whenever I make the Peterbilt red trucks, I always put a little splash of pink in there in the metallic colors. Don't know why, I just like the way it looks. Also, like I mentioned before, what is that? What's going on there? Like a church or something? That totally is a church. Or a community center or something. Are we turning here? No. Let's continue on here. It's like little groups of people just hanging out doing something. We don't know what. Alright, we're going to keep it in the 5th gear here because we're going to go up the hill here in a second. And I should probably check my mirrors before I go into their lane like that. There we go. Yeah, it was quite interesting to drive around, and the scary part, like we were really lucky with the weather actually, because we moved in December and I was expecting snow, and it actually did snow like the day before. It wasn't too bad in the end though. All right, cruising speed of 121 kilometers an hour here. I know we're in New Mexico. Actually, that was another funny thing. The truck actually, it was from Arizona, and it had miles per hour on it, as opposed to kilometers, so I had to be a little careful as to what my speed was, because kilometers and miles are not the same, as we all know. Ooh, look at this. Nice. Got some nice desert in here. They did a good job. And also, the interesting that, in relation to the truck at least, the other thing interesting that they did was he actually made it so detailed, and I guess like, he made so many updates to the truck that you actually had to sell your truck and purchase a new one. Let's put that engine brake on there so you don't speed too quickly. It was kind of interesting. It was like I guess I'm not sure what he did, but he made it so you really had to, like, you know, sell your truck, or otherwise you couldn't do anything. Let's put the lights on in here. There we go. I made it a white light inside this time. Normally I put it a red light, but Put a white light in here this time. White light with a blue gauges. There's a few different options. Oh gosh, this mirror thing is a pain. Because I'm just like, I can't see. Let's go back here. Because I have the root advisor. It gives me that mirror in the top right hand corner there, but it doesn't give me. I think you can get a mirror. Can you do it? Oh, there it is. Oh, we'll do it this way for the time being. I'm like, I know there's a way to have both the mirrors up there, but well, what do we got here? 24/7. Food, phone. Nope, we're good. We can just keep on cruising. But yeah, so far they've done a really nice job in New Mexico. I've seen some really neat little things so far, like that little blimp we saw back there was kind of neat. The tractor in the street was, or the combine I should say, in the street was pretty interesting as well. Although I think that might have been from a mod. I don't know for sure. It might have been a Dear John. I don't know. They didn't get close enough to actually see it, so. Alright. And apparently they added a whole bunch of new assets as well. When they did this. Oh, there's one of those cloverleaf designs. Oh, that's kind of neat. Sweet. They added a whole bunch of the new assets when they did New Mexico, so for building future DLCs and whatnot. I don't know, I watched Squirrel's review of the DLC a while back, and he was saying, yeah, it's really neat, they did a really good job, they added blah blah blah, this and that sort of thing. But at this rate, I'll be, dead sort of thing before they finish it, because it was like, extra 20 years, something like that he was saying, or however long it was, I don't know. I don't know, maybe, I don't think it was quite that extreme, but it was something like that, where it's going to be, I'll be like 95 by the time they release all the states, or whatever it is, so. I don't know. I'm okay. I'm okay with a slow release, but it is just a bit of a slow. ETS has been around for a long time in comparison, so when you compare ETS and ATS, there's a huge difference because you're looking like, oh, look how many places you can go in ETS. You have, England, Scotland, Ireland. You can go to France, Italy. Like, there's so many places. So when you just compare, you're just like, come on now. Here we go. Here's our turn off here. So that's what the engine brake sounds like there. Turn it off here. Drop it down to the lows. Now the key is not to stop on hills like this. You just go really slow. Tucumcari. That always makes me think of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Because Lee Van Cleef, I believe his name is. He's the guy who wants to get off of Tucumcari, and there's no stop in Tucumcari, but he pulls the emergency stop, and he's like, we're stopping at Tucumcari. Maybe I'll watch that tonight. Haven't seen that in ages. But that was the first thing I thought of when I saw that name. I was like, oh my gosh, that's from Good, the Bad, and Ugly. I was like, sweet. Honestly, that's all I thought about when I first saw that. Nothing else mattered, just that. Probably should go up a gear here, Iain. And I should bring this back because I don't know what the speed is. Or the speed limit, I should say. Yeah, it made me laugh quite a bit actually when I discovered that. I'm like, oh, look at that. All I could think about was Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef, and I forget the other guy's name is. He's been in quite a few movies too. But, anyways, yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on New Mexico thus far? Are you impressed with it? Are you not impressed with it? Let's put that back on there. But so far, I'm enjoying it. They've added it's desert primarily still, but there's lots of green in the desert, so doesn't feel like it's all just desert all the time, which is nice. Because that was one of the things I was a little concerned about initially, because I was like, okay, well, we're gonna do New Mexico, and now it's like, is that just gonna be all desert? But in the end, it looked like it was okay. We're gonna get a little bit of desert, but there's some greenery in it. Oh, look at that! There's some cattle in there. Oh, that's cool. Don't hit the railing. If I can get that in the background here. That was super cool. Let's see if I can get it. See that? They're all back there. Focus. What is that? Are they? Yeah, that's totally, that's neat. Let's see if we can get some of that cattle in there. I don't know. There we go. Let's get enough for now. It's funny here, I'm taking screenshots with F12. There's a whole photo feature in this game. Jeez. Amateur. I haven't played many video games the last little while, actually. Doing a lot of visiting of the family, which has been a lot of fun, actually. So, it's been really enjoyable to be able to hang out with my family, you know. And then you do it within a day and not have to get, like, you know, and get really crazy and go visit for, like, you know, a long period of time, because that was the only time we could do it. Whoa, 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 whoa. That snuck up on me a bit more than it should have. There we go. Alright, yeah. It's been really good, actually. I've been really happy so far. Job's been going well as well. Learning a lot about tractors, which has been a lot of cool, pretty cool stuff. Haven't been learning as much about the ag side of things, because that's not my side yet. But maybe will be in the future, who knows. Anything's possible. Whoa, what's so slow down? Come on now. What's going on here? Got a couple of Greyhound buses blocking the roads. What is this, a protest or something? Come on now. Alright, time for more coffee. There we go. Jeez. Emergency call box. Come on. Move along here, people. It's 121. Why are people going 70? This happens all the time in real life. Because I've been driving a lot in real life, it's been kind of funny to be like, wow, this really does happen. People are like, you know, like, I don't drive super fast on the roads. Like, maybe, you know, a couple kilometers over the speed limit. That's about it. I don't get too crazy because right now it's been all winter driving, which has been me being very cautious because you never know what's going to happen. 75. Rest area in 2 miles. Come on now, people. This is very frustrating. This is probably the most frustrating thing I find in real life. Where I'm driving, I put my cruise control on. Like, let's say I set my cruise control like 90 or something like that. And then people in front of me are slowing down, going slower than 90. I'm like, I'm not really... Because, like, let's say it's an 80 road. 90 is pretty slow, still. But if you're on like a 400 series highway, like one of the main highways, and you're doing 90, you're going to annoy quite a few people. There we go. Get off the road! Is that a train there? No. That's a little too wishful thinking, I guess. Alright. You can stay there, bus. We've slowed down enough for people. What time is it in the game? 2 o'clock? We're like in the middle of nowhere. Why is it busy as heck here? I don't know. Yeah, but it's really bizarre when it happens, like... It's really bizarre when it happens when, you know, you're cruising along, doing 100 kilometers an hour or whatever, and the people around you are slowing down, you're like, oh, I just want to cruise. That's why I think adaptive cruise control would be the bomb. Like, it would be so sweet to have that. Let's say you're driving 100 kilometers an hour and someone pulls out in front of you and starts doing, you know, 95. Now you gotta reset your cruise control. I believe, as far as I understand, with adaptive cruise control, it just automatically adapts to the person in front of you. So you're like, okay, cool. Just drop it down into 95. When that person moves away, it goes back up to your original speed. I don't know, I think it's pretty slick. But, you know, I don't have that in my car. My car's not that fancy. Mine's a 2007 Kia Rondo, which is like a wagon, essentially. I don't mind it, though. I can fit my 7-foot one-piece fishing rod in there, so I am awfully happy about that. I don't know. That was my one of my things. I'm like, okay, if I get a car, I need to be able to fit my fishing rod in here, because without being able to fit the fishing rod in there, it's not gonna get. We're not gonna go out. I'm not gonna use that fishing rod because I have a few of them now. But I don't know. Alright, what do we got? 50 kilometers left, 56 kilometers left? Alright, let's see what's going on here. Interesting little fact here. So normally I record American Truck Sim with Open Broadcaster software, because whenever I use Marillis, it always gave me a hard time. Frames are a bit lower. I still notice that a little bit here, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Before it was like I couldn't record it because it would look like, you know, whoa, buddy. Jeez, what was that, a brake check? Come on now. Jeez Louise. Whacking darts in front of me, hits the bricks. I'm just asking getting bonked. Jeez. And, I can't believe that. What is he doing? He's just going back and forth. He's like, which one's faster? That happens in real life all the time, too. People are constantly switching lanes to see which one's a faster lane. And it always ends up being, you know, ridiculous. Alright. Looks like we got a turn coming up off here. Is this ours? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, slow it down here a little bit. I don't know what's coming up here, so I'm just going to slow it down all the way. Take this corner nice and slow. Okay, we're straight now. We're good. We're good here. There's a little concern there for a moment. It's not too bad. Yeah, so far I'm really digging New Mexico. Is this a roundabout? What's going on up here? Oh, this is this type of... okay. So we gotta watch out for these people over here, because they're gonna be merging and smashing into the side of us. The Land of Enchantment. Apparently, I got a little, it's a left turn only. This is our left turn here. Okay, we're good to go. Don't cream anybody on the side there with the trailer. But actually it wasn't too bad. Like, the U-Haul I had, the 26-foot U-Haul, wasn't too bad on the road. So, like, you know, you just gotta check your mirrors quite often and make sure you're good to go there. My wife was like, sorry Ian, we were meant to get a 20-foot, but have fun driving it. Because she was like, I'm not driving that. Because she basically said that right from the start. No matter what the size of the truck was, she's like, I'm not driving the truck. That's all you. I'm like, okay, that's no problem. Ooh, look at this. Look at this place. That is super cool. Look at that quarry. Take it back in the truck. Is that where we're going? No, that's awesome. Look at that. That is sweet. What's over there? And there's another truck pickup. This is like the truck area here, I guess. That is awesome. All these new pickup areas here. Alright, this is our turn here. Take it nice and wide. Don't hit anything here. Drop it down into 4. Okay, where are we going? It looks like we're going to the back left over there. Also, here's a funny little random fact about me as well. I back into my driveway now, and I've gotten into the habit of putting my 4A flashers on when I'm backing into the into my driveway, just so people know that, hey, oh, this was a bad choice. Just so people know that, hey, I am turning, sort of thing, or I am backing up here, or like pay attention, sort of thing. I'm gonna be able to make my way through this. Maybe. Yes, but very carefully. Yeah, we're okay. Where is the drop-off point then? It looked like it was back there like that, but I guess not. Guess I chose the wrong side. Anyways, yeah, so I always put my 4A flashers on, and I think I totally picked it up from American Truck Sim whenever we're doing kind of like backing up sort of things. Any kind of like tricky things where people need to pay attention. It's totally what you do. Alright. What do we got here? There we go. Parking brake. Take a quick little screenshot here. Yes, I'd like to go into photo mode, please. Nice. Sweet. Alright, let's drop off the trailer here. See how we did. Alright. Job completed. Excellent. We did 386 kilometers. Took us 5 hours to do it, apparently. We made... how much money did we make? 11,400 experience. Almost at level 28. Sweet. Alright, folks, that's it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed that American Truck Sim. I'm going to play, like I said before, I'm going to play quite a bit of American Truck Sim, ETS in the next little while, because there have been some new updates that I haven't been able to capitalize on them yet. Although I'll throw some Farm Sim in there too, of course. Probably going to switch over to Mill Street, or not Mill Street. That's a brewery. Mills Creek, I think it's called. So, anyways, folks, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed. My name's Ian Robson. Until next time, catch you guys later.